Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. I can't wait, because what's that sound? It's turkey time! I love me some wild turkey, and tonight, we're going to put another notch in the belt on my Best of Distillery series. I'll link the last one above up here that if you want to watch others, I've done a couple of these now, and it's always the best of tonight wild turkey, and it's the best of what I have. So keep in mind, this is not everything wild turkey produces, but it's everything I have of wild turkey. So it is going to be a bit of a longer video. I'm sorry. I know it can be insufferable for a long periods of time, but we do have 7 bottles tonight, so we're going to just go through them quick and then get to the tasting. First up, Wild Turkey 101. And yes, this is an extremely mini bottle of 50 mils. I ran out, and I ran out of Wild Turkey 101. I said, crap, and I saw this at the liquor store, and I said, you know what, I'm going to snag it. So Wild Turkey 101 coming in at 101 proof. Here in PA, they're like $22-ish for the 750. Up next, Russell's Reserve 10-year, coming in at 90 proof, $39.99 here in Pennsylvania. Delicious. I'll link it above. I just did a blind between this and Eagle Rare. So if you want to watch that, go take a look. But there it is, 10-year-old, 90 proof Russells. Up next on the list, none other than the ubiquitous King of Value, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, coming in at 116.8 proof. There's not much. In fact, I would argue that there's nothing in the below $45 category that beats this. This is 45 doll hairs here in Pennsylvania. Up next, Russell's Reserve 13. I'll link it above if you want to watch it, but hint, it did win my best bourbons of 2021. So most likely this will win tonight, and it's going to be where everything else, follows through. Very limited. MSRP though of $69.99 here in PA. So excellent value, coming in at 114.8 proof. So a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Next up, the most expensive bottle tonight, Wild Turkey Master's Keep 1 Toasted. So this was the 2021 release of Wild Turkey Master's Keep, coming in with an MSRP here in PA of $175 a bottle. Also 101 proof. I think there's also there's some 14-year-old bourbon in here, a mix of some younger stuff. I did a video of this, and I'll link it above if you want some more detailed information about this bottle. Bottle number 6 tonight, Russell's Reserve Single Barrel. Not a store pick. This is the shelf single barrel. Not available in PA, but the price on this bad boy was $55. And this one comes in at 110 proof, 55% alcohol by volume. Delicious. Now I realize store picks, do vary, and there's no age statement on here because this is not a store pick, but this is a single barrel, just a shelf version. Last but not least, Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit, 101 proof single barrel. I don't have any other information on this from my buddy Jason, so thank you, Jason, for the sample of this. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to include it tonight. So there we have it. 7 sample blind tonight. My wife poured these. I have no idea. I don't actually have 7 different colors of Glencairns, believe it or not. So we do have 2 greens, one of which she told me has a sticker on the bottom. So bear with us on that. You're going to have to deal with 2 greens tonight, so try to keep it all together. Alright, we're going to start with the red glass here. Give it a nosing. Gosh, this smells good. I mean, before we dive in, all these are going to be good. Wild Turkey doesn't really produce bad stuff, so they're all going to be good. All going to have probably similar tasting notes, but my guess is that a few will stand out because of proof or deliciousness. So we'll start here. Gosh, a hell of a good nose. Tons of oak, caramel, that Wild Turkey funk. Smells old. Smells considerably aged. Not necessarily high proof. Just a fantastic nose on this. Let's give it a sip. That's good. Quintessential turkey. Delicious flavors. There's some oak on that. I'll tell you, the nose, though, seemed a little better than the palate. But it was still very good. It received, a B off that first sip. Alright. The Gold Glencairn. Oh, as far as guesses, too early to tell. I haven't gone through enough to know. I don't think it's 90 proof. I think it's 101, which means it could be several in there for that one. So we'll see here as we go along. Alright, the Gold. Oh, this has a little bit more sweetness, like sweet oak to it. I'm getting some confectioner's sugar. There's also some like sugared red fruit coming through on this. In addition to that, woody oak. God, excellent. Let's give it a sip. Delicious. It's sweet. It's got oak. It's got a little bit of that red fruit in it. Good proof. Good coating of the mouth. That's very good. I'm going to guess that this is a higher proof option. So it's going to either be the Russell's Reserve Single Barrel, the Rare Breed. I do not think it's the Russell's 13. So I think it's either going to be the Rare Breed or the Russell's Reserve Single Barrel. Moving right along. The Clear Glass. Let's give it a nosing. Also very good on the nose. I say similar to the Red Glass. Let me go back to the Red Glass. Now see, now the Red Glass has getting some fruits on it. Alright, back to the Clear. Fruity. Like a red fruit. Red fruit and caramel is what I'm getting on this one. Not a ton of oak. Let's take a sip. Very good. Kind of has, feels lower proof. Has a little bit of like woodiness to it. It's not super sweet. I'm going to guess because of the low proof. I think that's our Russell's 10 in the Clear. Alright, green without the sticker on the bottom. Ooh, more vanilla on this. Wow, that's pleasant on the nose, I will say. So you get that red fruit, a little bit of caramel, like the slight woodiness, which that's the Wild Turkey funk to me. But this one has a nice vanilla note to it. Very good on the nose. Let's take a sip. I like that better than the Clear Glass. So the Clear Glass is clear at the bottom so far for me. Follows through. Similar profile, just that there's a little bit of added vanilla that came across on the nose. Delicious. Delicious. All right. The Blue Glencairn. Let's give it a nosing. Oh, sweet heavens. So, I don't know about you, but there's certain bourbons, and they're always like, I don't even have a number anymore, but like the top bourbons I've ever had. You just smell it, and you're like, this is going to be a fantastic experience. When I smell this, I say to myself, this is going to be a fantastic experience. I mean, there's just tons of sweet oak. There's barrel char on this. Oh, man. Just the brown sugars, the caramels. There's like this charry note that mixes in. Let's take a sip. I'm at a loss for words of how good that is. That is definitely the Russell's Reserve 13. It packs tons of concentrated flavors into that sip. Long finish. Drinks under proof, honestly, I would say. Doesn't drink 114.8. Probably drinks like 110-ish, maybe, somewhere in there. Huge flavors of like caramel, oak, sweet oak, a nice char, vanilla, brown sugar. It's just all mixed together. Some red fruits in there. It is delicious. The number one so far, and I believe that's the Russell's 13. Alright, green glass with the sticker on the bottom. Also very good. A little bit of vanilla on the nose, similar to, I believe it was our other green glass. Funny, that's going to be... So I'm getting, it's a little more muted though, but again, coming off that delicious blue glass, that might be the cause. Even more vanilla, I think, than the other one we talked about. I don't get much oak though on this at all. Let's take a sip. That's very good. I don't know where to place this one yet. Just very like vanilla and a good mix of flavors on it. Had you know, less oak though than the other ones, I will say. Not sure where to place that one. Really not. All right, the black, the last one. We finally made it through. This will be number 7. There's a fuzzy in there. Is that a cobweb? I think there's a cobweb in this. Well, either way, the alcohol will kill it. All right, let's get a good nosing now. This smells a little woody, I will say. I mean, it's the most wood smelling of the ones we've had so far. And I don't mean like a good aged oak, just smells like a Home Depot lumber department, you know? Which is what I equate to like the Wild Turkey Funk. Oh, now I'm getting the aged oak on there. We'll see. Let's take a sip. That could also be the Russell's 10. It just, although we just came off that higher proof one, it tastes a little thin. Good bit of aged oak though, and a longer finish. I will say it's just kind of oaky, a little bit of caramel, brown sugar in there. Not super sweet. There's been sweeter ones out of this bunch. Tastes a little bit older. I don't know. I'm torn on that one. For sure, I do really enjoy it, but this is going to be really tough to rank them. So I'll obviously go back through these off camera to spare the length of this film. I'll rejoin you in a little bit. Alright, and we're back. So, in first place is the Blue Glass. I believe it's the Russell's 13. It really walloped everything else on this table. Everything else paled in comparison to the Blue Glass, which I believe is Russell's 13. In second place was the Gold Glencairn. These all really started to blend together, but I believe the Gold is either going to be... it tastes a little bit higher proof, but honestly, I started not to be able to tell the proofs apart too well. These are all drinking pretty smooth. So, it could be the Russell Single Barrel or it could be Rare Breed. I do not know. In third place, surprisingly, was the Clear Glencairn. It got a lot better as we sat here and I went through them and there just started, it was less harsh than some of the other ones. It brought more oak to the table. So I tend to think it was older, but the proof did not seem high. So I do not know. In fact, it's probably going to be one of the 101 proofs, or I don't think it's a 90, but it's going to be probably one of the 101 proofs. So it's going to be one of the 101 proofs. So it's going to be the Kentucky Spirit, Wild Turkey 101 or the Wild Turkey Masters Keep 1. In fourth place was the red. That was either going to be Rare Breed or Russell's Reserve Single Barrel because the proof was kind of up there for it. But I don't know. It could be 101. I really started to lose track with 7 of these samples going back and forth, back and forth. The other 3 honestly blended together, except there was one clear loser. The clear loser going back and forth ended up being the green glass with the tape. It ended up being just harsher and kind of less put together than the other one. So that was a clear loser. So let's grab the answer key and find out all the reveals. Alright, got the trusty answer key here. In last place, in the green with the label, is Wild Turkey 101. Okay. Alright, I'm pleased with that. I'd be actually a little upset if I picked any of the more expensive bottles over Wild Turkey 101. Wild Turkey 101, you can drink it neat. It's a good mixer. But it came off a little harsher tonight, which is why I placed last out of the 7. In 6th place, the black, was Russell's Reserve 10-year. So, hell, I like Russell's Reserve 10-year over Wild Turkey 101. I know it's less proof, but it brought just some better oaky flavors, but a little thin, and then, you know, like the complexity wasn't there for it. So, but what you expect, you know, it's less expensive. In 4th place? No, 5th place. 5th place is the green without a label. That would have been, wow, Russell's Reserve Single Barrel. Kind of, now that was a shelfer, but kind of fallen towards the bottom here. 5th place. Alright, in 4th place, the red glass was Kentucky Spirit. Thank you, Jason. That sample, better than I imagined. I mean, here out of 7, this single barrel Kentucky Spirit placed 4th in a hefty lineup. So, I really got to say, I know those are hard to come by and they're like $60, which seems outrageous, but tell you what, did not do too bad tonight. In 3rd place, in the clear Glencairn, Wild Turkey Masters Keep 1 was 3rd place. I gotta say, probably not worth the money. That's the most expensive bottle up here. Not worth the $175. It's good. It really is hurt bad by its lack of proof. Which means with no further ado, we will go to 1st place, the blue. No surprise, Russell's Reserve 13. And in 2nd place, kind of a surprise, but not really, was the gold Glencairn, which was Rare Breed from Wild Turkey. We knew that Russell's 13 would place first, most likely, if my palate wasn't complete garbage, and it did. It won my Whiskey of the Year for 2021. The hype on this bottle is real. Should you go pay $400 to $600? Absolutely not. What's the most I would pay for this? $150. I might be swayed at $200. Even though that's more than double MSRP, and I hate spending that amount, this bottle really does swing high. Now, that being said, and this is a 2021 release, I know they are releasing these again in 2022, so your shot to grab another may be coming up here shortly, depending on what state you're in. Literally cannot say enough good things about this bottle. $45, 116.8 proof. It's a blend of 6, 8, and 12-year-old bourbon. Now, did it drink the oldest tonight? No, it did not. Did not drink the oldest, but it had a great balance and complexity of flavors, and I'm a high proof hound, and I could not ignore it. So there you have it. The best that Wild Turkey makes is the Russell's Reserve 13, but I know, tough to find. The moral of this story is really buy a Rare Breed. So if you like what you saw tonight, please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. So if you enjoy this channel at all, or if you don't, hit the subscribe button. It's free for you to do so. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening.